Alright, what is up there guys, this is Cobb. It is time to check out what has gone down at Summer Game Fest 2021 with the New World Deep Dive. Let's see what's going down, man, with this damn stream. I'm hoping that's something somewhat novel.
Hi there, I'm Scott Lane, Game Director on New World, an upcoming
revealed.
open-world MMO from Amazon Games. The architect of an apocalypse that seeks to unmake life here, only you, the player, are capable of uniting the warring human factions to face your common enemy that is hell-bent on taking over the world.
Okay.
And side quests
Cool.
The player on their journey through Eternum.
Villain that wants to take over the world. Oh, man, I've not had that before, you know. Okay, expeditions. These are basically dungeons.
Players, we introduced expeditions.
5-man dungeons.
Extreme challenges. Expose the angry Earth's hidden.
This looks a lot like Elder Scrolls Online.
Behind the lost.
A lot like Elder Scrolls Online, boys.
And you'll uncover more about the source of the corruption. Your team will need
Like the dungeon layout and the art style and everything.
We'll have 6 expeditions in the game at launch, and here's a look at a few of them.
6 expeditions at launch? 6? Dude, that doesn't seem like that much. I gotta be honest, like, maybe these are, like, long. I don't know how many bosses there are in these dungeons, how many, like, how long they actually take to clear, or how long or short the leveling experience is, who knows. Maybe you get to endgame really, really fast in this game. I just don't know that much, which is kind of by design, it's kind of deliberate. I've been trying to, avoid, you know, as I've mentioned in previous videos, kind of as much information as I can, while still, investigating the game enough to know that I want to partake in it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, maybe 6 dungeons is fine, but that doesn't seem like, it doesn't seem like a lot to launch with, you know. 16 dungeons. Like, now we're talking, you know, but 6? That's a little bit, Oh my god, the cats are popping off in the litter tray. Okay, let's continue. The Amrine Excavation.
The first expedition you'll encounter in New World
Amrine.
is placed in a dig site just west of Amrine Temple. This is
Amrine.
where famed
That's
archaeologist
right.
Simon Gray and his team have gone missing. Your party's going to need to venture into the depths of the dig site to discover what happened to them and to the ancient technology they
Okay, it looks better than Elder Scrolls Online. Let's just get that out of the way. I know I just compared the two, but
in the Garden of Genesis,
this looks
one
cool.
of our endgame expeditions, you'll explore the garden where the angry Earth are born.
Yeah, what's happening to me, man? I must be getting old, man. I'm getting all wiggly about PvE shit. The hell's wrong with me? I think that a bit of a limitation of the art style in New World, actually, just looking at those 2 dungeons and kind of, you know, my immediate reaction to them is that they're like really cool and this and that, but I feel like the color palette and just the kind of theming of the world, it doesn't do a whole lot for me to kind of differentiate things very, very distinctly. What do I mean by that? It's like if you compare like a dungeon in WoW, like you cannot possibly ever confuse at a glance Ragefire Chasm from fucking Wailing Caverns or Shadowfang Keep or what have you, you know? Like WoW zones and WoW dungeons and stuff, they're so distinct in their goddamn color palettes and flavoring and theming and stuff like that. Whereas I feel like if you have an MMO that more leans into somewhat more like realistic graphics rather than stylized graphics, you can't really afford to be as kind of insane with the color palettes and stuff like that. So it's like, it leads to things feeling a little bit samey. You know, it looks really good, but it looks good samey. The world, man.
2 new zones to New World since preview. First, we have Advanced Scale Ridge, filled with lush wetlands, majestic waterfalls, and towers.
Okay, dude. Just fucking scratch what I just said, man. That looks fucking really cool. It looks really distinct. I didn't expect, like, Asian styles to actually creep into this, but that looks really, really nice, man.
Cliffs. It's a mysterious area in the northwest of the map, home to an exiled empress named Tai Yang. A bright young woman destined for greatness, the Empress is now building an army of corrupted forces to reclaim her lineage and her rightful claim to the throne.
And reclaim her honor for the Emperor.
With brutes, pirates, and the other undeads.
I couldn't help myself, alright.
Imagine that New Venice, the settlement was built on the submerged ruins of an ancient
wow.
district.
Wow.
But
does that look fucking good?
The Siren Queen is a figure that many will come to know after visiting the shore of Breakwater.
See the Siren Queen?
The Siren Queen is
Yo, what she looks like, man?
I don't want to.
She looks like a goddamn...
But
She looks like a character from Warhammer, man.
Her crew originally arrived at
Total War Warhammer and all that shit. She looks like one of the, someone from the Pirate Coast. The Vampire Coast, rather. Looks really fucking cool.
She lost her soul, fueled by elemental rage. The loss are a constant reminder.
Yeah, see what I mean, man? That art looks really good. It looks really fucking good, man. And like the character models and shit. I mean, look at that, dude.
They are wise and docile creatures.
Like this, like nature area and stuff. I mean, that looks fucking awesome. I want more colorful areas, man. I want more colorful areas. Like the dark and horrible and nasty and evil areas are all well and good, but oh, calm down, man, David. But I think that that needs to be an ample amount of, you know, luscious areas, man. Colorful areas, gorgeous areas, right? There's nothing worse, like when you're fucking leveling in WoW, and you go from like, oh well, I'm finished questing in Fellwood. Where do I get to go now? You know, I have to listen to all this depressing music and horrible ambience and fucking like dark woods and rotten animals and stuff. Well, looks like I'm going to Eastern Plaguelands to continue questing. You know, and it's like, I know, like, we're talking a while back now, we're talking classic action and stuff like that, but fuck me. Too many zones back to back that are all dreary and depressing. It's not great, man, so, yeah.
And our classless combat system means the weapons you choose will define your playstyle.
Classless combat, boys.
And you can further customize your weapon by choosing which abilities you want to specialize in.
So you basically choose a class, but
from a variety of passive benefits.
You choose a fucking class, but you can change it with what weapon you've got equipped.
Have
yeah.
11 weapons, so New World offers a great mix of melee weapons, ranged weapons, and magic weapons.
Tell you what, man, some gunpowder action does sound pretty fucking sweet.
As Scott mentioned, expeditions are designed for groups of 5.
Why do these fucking people who are presenting these things never know what to do with their hands, man? Talk with your hands, goddammit. Don't just be like this.
Enter an expedition, competing in a 20v20 outpost.
Let's go,
rush,
man.
We're jumping into an all-out 50v50 war.
Let's go.
Some friendly combat in the open world. There are plenty of
some friendly combat in PvP. What you mean, ganking the fuck out of someone and griefing the shit out of them, men? That's what world PvP is all about, dude. And that's why we love it. Friendly PvP.
Test your mettle against other
Lamau, dude.
We'll share more on our post-launch.
Look at all that, man. Move your hands, man, Larry. Okay, what's next, man? What's next? QA.
Hey guys, it's Jeff Keighley, and
Is it pay to win?
At Amazon Games in Irvine.
That's what we're all thinking, you know what I'm saying?
Good to see someone in person and do one of these.
Oh god, Scott, use your hands when you talk. Use your hands.
I gotta say, you guys have been.
Look at him.
This game
He stood there like fucking Sheldon. Will he move? Will he move his hands?
You guys had a lot of players.
Straw poll linked below.
First off, thank you so much.
He's doing it.
It's great to see you.
He's alive.
From a top level, like New World, what do you hope it adds to the MMO genre? Like, it's an amazing genre. There are fans that The
MMO genre is fucking sprawling. And it feels like everything is just a WoW clone in some way or other. Or it has done for a long time, so let's see what's up.
There's a few things. One, we're building this beautiful world, and I think our graphics bring a different dimension to the MMO genre. They're a little more realistic. And
that's true.
With the storytelling that we're trying to tell.
More realistic graphics and shit? Okay, yeah.
Time generation.
I think that not a lot of MMOs have the stones to do, you know.
You bring that modern graphics in with the action combat, and it creates a whole experience that you can just get lost in.
Yeah.
And this setting.
So the vibe that I get actually from the combat and stuff like that and the more realistic graphics, it kind of reminds me of one of those fucking trash Steam games that's like goddamn like Age of Conan or whatever, you know, where it's all like action combat and the graphics aren't that realistic obviously in fucking Age of Conan, but the action style combat, the action based combat, honestly I'm not fucking sold on it, man. I'm really not sold on it. I'm hoping that I can be, you know. I want to play New World and enjoy the combat, but as someone who, you know, obviously being a long time WoW player, I'm currently actually dicking around a bit in Final Fantasy Online, and that's interesting. Playing a little bit of Crowfall. Crowfall is actually quite a lot of like action combat as well. A lot of diving and rolling. Positioning matters a lot. And yeah, basically none of your spells are like tab target. So it's very action combat heavy. And in Crowfall, it feels a little fucking clunky. It's a game that I'm interested to play on launch just to see how it turns out. And it's going to be very much the same for me for New World, man. So I hope they're able to pull off the combat and make it not feel laggy and clunky and all of those things, man, because I think it's a really fucking hard thing to get right. Because if you've got action combat, dude, and it's in a goddamn MMO, and there's even like 30 ping or something. Like, there's even just a little bit of lag, you know, or just one person lagging can fuck up like an entire combat experience, you know, and like 3v3 or something like that. So, especially if you're a melee. Oh god, no, the ranged combat looks really weird in this game too. I'm hoping that they show off some of that, but you gotta aim everything and you gotta lead your shots, man. So I haven't seen a lot of it because, again, I'm trying to kind of shelter myself from it a little bit, but if you're intrigued by the ranged combat and you see yourself, you know, playing as a ranged combatant in this game, I highly, highly recommend that you check it out, man, because goddamn, I'm not sure it's actually feasible to run a fucking ranged build. Like, seriously, but let's go.
It's so beautiful, but also so unique.
We got some went off on some tangent action there, but that's fine.
Last year, you had a lot of players, as you mentioned, in the game, and you've been building it based on their feedback. And you talked a lot about, in the video today on the sort of mid to end game content, and how you've been adding a lot to that. I'm curious overall.
Can I just say,
macro level, like how?
Can I just say, by the way, before he gets to this fucking question, that it's strangely, extremely over. Like, I know this is the case with a lot of interviews, but you can fucking tell how prepared this gentleman is to receive all of these questions. He knows exactly what's coming with every single one of these questions, you know. They've been very, very much vetted, which, again, that's probably something that happens all the fucking time. It's not really, you know, it's not like a new thing. It's not something like, oh, it's fucking Amazon trying to, you know, dodge hard questions or something like that, because, honestly, a lot of fucking developers will do this shit when they've got an interview set up. They'll want to know what's coming. They'll want to pick out and get rid of any questions that they're not ready to answer or they don't have a good answer for. But I just feel like this guy's posture and watching like the micro movements in his face, he can really tell what's coming, and he's already got his responses ready and down to a T, you know? It's just a vibe that I'm getting. I'm not sure if y'all are getting that as well, but let's continue on, man.
That starts with the territory game, where you can own different territories, and that's decided through the PvP part of the game.
Okay.
Once you own those, you can set different rules for the territories, things like tax rates.
Okay, that's
or
cool.
Or you get other benefits like, you know, if you own connecting territories, you might be able to access storage or get fast travel.
Okay, that's all very, very cool. I'm very, very intrigued to know what they plan to do about gross faction imbalance. I know that having 3 factions instead of 2 tends to be a good thing. It tends to help out a little bit, because then you've got like 2 underdog factions who can kind of team up against the bigger faction. But there still ends up being one faction that you pick because, ooh, this faction's only got 25% population. I'm gonna play as this goddamn faction, because I want a challenge. I want to help out the little guy, you know, and it's gonna be sick, and I'm gonna do this. And then you just get fucking devastated and owned and destroyed, right? And then you go from 25% population as the Syndicate or the Marauders or whatever your faction is, down to like fucking 8%, and you're just fucking doomed. It's just hopeless, you know? So, yeah. I'd like to know what they're gonna do about that. Let's see if they actually go into that.
And then ultimately, anyone can choose to fight in the war, and that's an opt-in PvP as well. But we've also built the game with the PvE player in mind, and we want the PvE player to feel that they can have a full, awesome experience without ever ticking the PvP box if they don't want to try.
Okay.
All right, so something for everyone.
Fucking Care Bears, man.
What has it been like for you guys to have, you know, the alpha working from home?
What's it been like working from home? Oh my god, it must be so hard for you guys. It's like, and fucking everybody's been working from home pretty much. It's not.
I hear 2 people talking about a feature.
I don't want to hear about this shit, man. Get to another good question, dude.
In relation to the idea that is it a pay-to-win game, and you know, fans that have invested time in this in the alpha or will be investing time in this year, I think want to feel like they really can earn.
And watch his hands and stuff.
Going to be able to sort of artificially accelerate their way to a lot
nervous.
of other content. What can you tell us about that? How are you guys approaching, you know, this concept?
So with that in mind, you know, we're going out and we're building a game that has a very level playing field. That is super important to me. It's super important to the team.
Yep.
When we launch, we're only going to have cosmetics for sale in the store. Over the next, you know, several.
Again, with that fucking, when we launch, we're only going to have cosmetic things in the store. What's he saying now? Over several years,
the game is going to grow and grow and grow, and we're going to see where that takes us.
And I will say,
there's going to be pay to, you know, get an experience boost on the cash shop, man. We all fucking know it. Again, I don't really give a shit about that. As long as there's no goddamn paid experience boost, like in the first month, like that's a fucking problem, you know? But anything beyond that, honestly, I don't give a shit about. Anything at all that can be misconstrued as pay to win, everyone will just fucking quit the game immediately. Immediately, dude, right? if they fucking introduce player teleportation and you can save on, you know, your Azoth resource by using paid player teleportation, maybe you can buy like 20 charges of free teleportation or something, then you're basically buying Azoth, which is basically buying in-game resource, which is fucking pay to win. So if they do that shit, like, if they think people are that stupid, right, that they're not going to spot that and not realize exactly what doing things like paying for player teleportation is, then they just deserve to have everybody abandon their game. So I don't think that they are that stupid. I honestly think that people are overblowing this idea that the game is going to be pay to win within like 3 months or something like that. I absolutely agree that it will go pay to win if it's failing. And if it's failing, we've all fucking quit the game anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, like, who gives a shit, right? Like, just fucking leave the game. Just leave the game. It's that simple. Just don't perpetuate it. Don't partake in it. I don't think that almost anybody will. But, like, we MMO players, we've been banned many times. You know what I mean, right? We can spot bullshit. We can smell bullshit from a fucking mile away, you know? So while I'm choosing to be more optimistic, I think, than most people about New World, just because, you know, I'm hungry for something new, for something different in the genre, right? If it goes fucking pay to win, even slightly, dude, they're fucking done. They're done, man. So that's that, you know. Alright, let's play fucking Final Fantasy or something if I want a new MMO at that point.
Can't wait to check out the game, New World. Thanks again, Scott.
Alright, dude.
Thank you so much.
Ta very much, Scott. Ta very much, you know what I'm saying? That was an alright happy... I wouldn't call it a deep dive. It was more of a shallow dive. I saw somebody say in the comments a little bit earlier on this, you know, video that I'm checking out. Bit more of a shallow dive, really. I don't think there was too much there that was really news to people. But hey, still, I hope all the same that, yeah, that you enjoyed this quick happy little reaction video. I'm just going to try to get it uploaded as soon as possible and see what you guys think, man. Maybe some of you guys watch the stream as well and have your own thoughts. If not, maybe you got some thoughts on, you know, yeah, the talking points that I brought up in this video as well. So drop any of that shit down below in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys think. And, yeah, quietly optimistic for New World, man. Come on, dude. No pay to win. No pay to win. Have a decent launch. I think it's gonna be alright, man. I think it's gonna be alright, man. It's gonna be alright. If they go pay to win, it's because the game's already fucking dead anyway, and they're just trying to, you know, cash out, right? So I wouldn't worry too much about it, really. If it looks like something that appeals to you, man, I hope that some of you guys pick it up as well, man. Maybe I'll see some of you guys in there. Anyways, cheers for watching, guys. Hope you all enjoyed this gosh down reaction video, and I'm gonna catch all of you guys just a tad bit later.